What's that, you say? There's so many games on Game Pass you don't know where to begin? Well, lucky for you, we have a list of 11 games that shouldn't go missed on Game Pass. Hopefully, you'll get a glimpse into the next game you'll want to check out that you may have not known about otherwise. So let's get this thing going. First, we have Telling Lies, an investigative thriller mystery where you dig through video files and conversations to piece together the truth surrounding a shocking incident that involves the lives of 4 people. The great thing about Telling Lies is that it's completely non-linear, and how you search and pry at information is entirely up to your own deductive skills. It's done entirely through an in-game database where you can type search terms and specific phrases spoken in the video clips. It's an incredibly gripping and intimate concept that places all the evidence in front of you right from the start. But it's up to you and how far you want to dig to solve the mystery. Telling Lies is from developer Sam Barlow, who also gave us Her Story. Unfortunately, Her Story isn't on Game Pass, which is a shame because I think it's great. But who knows, maybe you'll play this and be like, damn, now I gotta play Her Story because Kurt from GameSpot was like, it's really good and stuff. Madden NFL 22. Bet you never heard of this game before. As long as you have EA Play, which is included with a Game Pass Ultimate subscription, you get the big ol' football game. This edition and the yearly release of Madden NFL games, you get a bunch of redeveloped franchise features, so you can live out your impassioned fantasy to find the next star talent in the country. They've also worked managing staff as well and leveling up your coach crew. Madden NFL 22 is also the introduction to Game Day Momentum, a meter that affects the performance of each team based on intensity of fans in the audience. Now, if you have EA Play, this isn't the only Madden game available, but it's the latest, so why not get in there and reenact your fantasy Super Bowl thing with touchdowns and teams you like that didn't make it this time. Go Bills! And the Raiders, who both didn't make it. Here's a new one for you, Dreamscaper. It's a game where reality and dreaming collide in a really refreshing and cool gameplay cycle. Spend your days exploring the city of Red Haven, meeting people and building relationships, and when you fall asleep at night, you're hurled into an ever-changing nightmarish landscape where you must fight monsters lingering in your subconscious. Depending how you spend your days and the relationships you build can unlock permanent upgrades to take with you into your nightmares and fend off foes. And, in the process, unfold the memories and experiences of its protagonist, Cassidy. There's plenty of approaches to combat and different abilities to obtain, and loads of weapons, including a yo-yo. So dream, die, wake, repeat, which is the exact wording I'd like on my tombstone. This one has been my go-to during the morning coffee, the Pedestrian. It's a 2.5D side-scrolling puzzle platformer. You control a pedestrian illustration that traverses flat surfaces like signs, screens, paper, and other stuff, but in a lively 3D world. The puzzles are no joke either. You'll be shifting around signs, interconnecting other flat surfaces together, and learning new rules around every quarter in order to push forward, with each environment featuring its own unique direction and design. It's been a really engaging and easy pickup game to start my weekend mornings with. So when you're not going in and out of nightmares or solving a mystery and telling lies, the Pedestrian's been a good change of pace. Echo Generation. It's a turn-based adventure set in the 90s, oozing with nostalgia and childlike wonder. Mystery engulfs a small town after a crash leads to some spooky outcomes. Not only is the voxel art style a refreshing twist, but this game is packed with loads of whimsy characters, monsters, ghouls, and imagination. Additionally, its active turn-based combat requires the player's attention to time things just right. It's all about supernatural, family, and nostalgia with this one, and is packed with a conspiracy that transcends time itself. Now, I've seen this one pop up in the comments a couple times, so I figured I'd toss it in. Neon Abyss. It's a panic-struck roguelike action platformer that'll have you running and gunning your way into the abyss. You're a member of the Grim Squad, a task force initiated by Hades to dive into the abyss and take down the new gods. Thing is, death is not entirely defeat, as every time you die, you'll find yourself more powerful. In classic roguelike fashion, each run is unique with new rooms, items, bosses, and multiple endings. And thankfully, the abyss doesn't have to be so lonely because you get to hatch and evolve pets that'll fight alongside you, each with their own distinct abilities. There just doesn't seem to be enough roguelikes these days. And if you're into roguelikes, well, then this is the list for you because here's another one. Skul, the Hero Slayer. It's a fast-paced action roguelike that'll have you playing as 90 different playable characters with their own abilities and items. Since you're a skeleton, you gain attributes and powers by wearing the skulls of other characters, granting you their special powers and skills. It's rambunctious in its combat and style and is loaded with white-knuckle action and tons of variety and charm. Wait, what's that? Another roguelite, you say? Why, of course! Into the Pit is a fast-paced, retro-style first-person shooter that packs the same intensity as something like Hexen in a fantastical bullet hell kind of way. After a demonic pit is discovered in a small village, you're thrusted in the depths using an ever-changing array of abilities and magic to blast through demons and monsters of all shapes and sizes coming at you on all surrounding sides. Into the Pit is teeth-grinding at times and can be pretty difficult, but hurling dark magic from your fingertips like you were firing off guns can be a lot of addictive fun. Alright, enough of the roguelikes. Now for something completely different. Like Lost Words Beyond the Page. It's a puzzle adventure game where you explore the vibrant pages of a young girl's diary, navigating the words and world by jumping through the pages and using the words themselves as tools to solve puzzles. In a really unique and beautiful way, the story in which unravels are the words and memories you'll be physically walking and jumping on, which is a really clever way of intertwining story development as a literal means of gameplay. Some might say that the story jumps off the page. Next on our list is the dystopian pseudo-management sim Mind Scanners. It's a retro-futuristic sim where you have to locate and diagnose citizens from an anti-utopia metropolis and normalize them. This could entail implanting citizens with certain chips or even erasing parts of their memory in order to make them perfectly functional and indistinct individuals in this dystopian world. The process is done in a sort of arcadey way using minigames to execute your diagnosis. Conceptually, the game is very, very bleak, but is handled in a satirical and charming fashion. But ultimately, there's more to its dark themes than meets the eye. Ah yes, the Drum Master Classic. This rhythm game is all about drumming out to over 70 songs, alone or with friends, maybe even sometimes against them. The best part is how incredibly approachable this game is, as it only involves two notes, the Dan and Ka. Don't be fooled though, you can ramp up the intensity if you want a challenge, or just to jam out to a different beat. The music selection is also quite broad, ranging from anime to classical to pop and beyond. Alright Game Passers, that's all we got for today. These videos come out in monthly installments, so if a game you love on Game Pass wasn't on this list, drop it in the comments. After all, there's a chance it may have been in a previous video, and if not, I'll make sure to add it to the next one. Alright folks, keep playing games and enjoy what you enjoy. Till next time, see you later.